Hey everyone, it's Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Polkadot and seeing really where we could be headed here in the next couple of weeks. $18.74 currently, with a 30 to 31% decrease in the last year alone. So it depends when you got in on DOT, but we are potentially headed back to an $11 Polkadot that we saw back July 20th at around 8 p.m. We saw that $10.98. Like I said, we could be headed back to that price point. I want to take a look, though, at the last day. So not much movement, not much, really volatility too crazily, at least. We see about a 1.6% decrease, but if we take a look at the last week, about a 16 to 17% decrease, and the last month being that massive 31 to 32% decrease. So we are seeing across the board a lot of altcoins really starting to struggle. A lot of people expecting July 20th to kind of basically re-entertain a lot of us. So if we take a look here, July 19th, July 20th, we saw probably the biggest dip we've probably seen in the last 2 to 3 years potentially. So if we take a look here, we can see that $12 dip, or not $12 dip. We actually came all the way from $47.95 down to about $10.98. So a huge dip. We have seen that across many altcoins. Why do I think Polkadot is one of those coins that is definitely worth looking into during this dip? Well, I think Polkadot, with what they give you when it comes to staking, which is about 12 to 14% APY, we're going to have a huge opportunity here. So about $18.6 billion of a market cap on a coin that really has a ton of utility and a ton of features that really make it one of the best in the space. So the first thing I want to take a look at, though, is this FX Street article. So Polkadot's capitalization, or really capitalization, move ahead could see DOT return to July 2021 lows near $11. So Polkadot price failed to hold support in the $20 to $21 value area, and DOT is basically less than $1 away from triggering a massive sell-off signal within the system. Hidden bullish divergence is the only condition that could prevent a massive sell-off. Polkadot price has been hammered since south since the last Thursday, and DOT has lost up to 21% in just 5 days. So people are very worried about Polkadot, as well as so many other coins, that we could be seeing a massive sell-off and a massive really drop in the next couple of weeks. I do want to take a little bit look as to why I believe Polkadot is a long-term hold, and if I am holding Polkadot right now, which I definitely am, I'm most likely just going to be hanging on to it and not trying to buy or sell this dip. So the first thing we're going to see here is how Polkadot's parachain auctions make a decentralized Web3 possible. So Polkadot's parachain auctions are bound to be successful and will ensure decentralized Web3 by connecting different blockchains together. You can actually take a look at more in detail on Polkadot on Cointelegraph, but I'm not going to do so at the moment. I want to tell you guys kind of my thoughts on why I'm specifically holding onto Polkadot instead of trying to buy and sell this dip. So one thing I definitely try to do with lower market cap coins is buy and sell dips, because altcoins that have lower market cap can even see up to 90 to 95% dips. And those are some, coins that you don't really want to hold on to during those dips. If you are in a really high market cap coin where you expect it to basically go back up to its, previous price, there's not too much risk in just holding it long term and continuing to hold until you do see, the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then altcoins start to follow as well. I think we are going to see a rise after this dip like usual. And just like July 20th or, July 19th, we saw this massive increase of Polkadot specifically up to about 37.38. We actually continued and made an all-time high for Polkadot in this last increase. There's a very good chance that we do the exact same yet again. So like I said, I'm not going to try to buy and sell the bottom, and I just really don't want to miss out on this opportunity to basically double this $20 to $25 buying range that we were kind of in this last couple of weeks. If we take a look, though, at a couple more things, we also see Polkadot Parachain Star launches $100 million boost incentive program. So the new fund will actually offer liquidity and financial support for smart contract developers. So the Star Network, a parachain or parallel chain of Polkadot Network, has announced that $100 million Star Boost program fund to provide liquidity and other financial support and incentive programs to smart contract developers. This is absolutely huge, and the program was funded through $22 million in fundraising, as well as an allocation of native ASTR tokens, or ASTR tokens. So this is, like I said, a huge deal. We're continuing to see a lot of projects very interested in what Polkadot has to offer. We also see how Polkadot could benefit from a new beginning in the crypto market. I'm not going to jump too much into this, guys, but Dot is benefiting from a case of mistaken identity. And that's definitely the case. If you actually look in the problem in the bottom line here, I do want to say, guys, this is definitely a really good article to read into. It's on the NASDAQ. And a lot of people are actually kind of understanding that Polkadot, with a reset like this market may give it, this could definitely be a big deal. So investors don't seem to care that, we do have these mistaken identities right now. And I think realistically, as we move forward, we're going to see Polkadot really get that identity figured out. And we're going to see a lot of people starting to invest in Polkadot for the right reasons. I want to jump over to crypto.com though, real quick. So we talk about all these different cryptocurrencies and where you can buy them, all in the description below. So one of the best ways to actually buy crypto is crypto.com. It's one of the easiest and fastest and most accessible ways. So it's the world's fastest growing crypto app. You can actually join 10 million plus users buying and selling 250 plus cryptocurrencies at true cost. And the big thing though, guys, is you can actually grow your portfolio by receiving rewards up to 14.5% on your crypto assets. Like I just talked about with Polkadot getting 12 to 14% on your assets, doing this with multiple assets can be a very, very big and great passive income boost in your crypto portfolio. I would suggest taking advantage of this. I do want to go back over, though, and talk a little bit more about Polkadot's current price point. So if we actually jump back over, we do a quick refresh, we're seeing about a 31.1% decrease in the last year alone. But if we take a look at the last 24 hours, we are going to be seeing Polkadot actually have a nice little rise here. So we dropped all the way down to about $18.15, rose up to about $18.77, $18.88, and now we're back to about $18.67. There's a very, very big possibility, like I said, of Polkadot as well as so many other altcoins dropping in this next couple of weeks. I will say, guys, there's always a potential that it does flip the other way. We do go green. So that's something you have to decide for yourself. Is it worth selling? Is it worth buying now? But realistically, every time we see any red in the market, I am personally dollar cost averaging in on a lot of altcoins I believe in. Polkadot definitely being one of them with the huge staking APY. It just makes a lot of sense in my opinion with how it's mistaken identity, like we talked about in NASDAQ article. I mean, these are just many, many reasons as to why Polkadot is looking very, very similar in the regards to, early June of last year. If we take a look at early June of last year, we saw this $20 range or $25 range that we, just saw earlier in about January. So I think we're in the same stage. I think we're continuing to see these volatile dips and volatile jumps like we saw back in December. I think we are going to see a bottom out basically like we saw July 19th, July 20th with, like I said, all altcoins and Polkadot included. So I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts, my updates, why I'm not selling, why I'm going to continue to dollar cost average in on a lot of different cryptocurrencies during this time, and why I think Polkadot's still a great buy. Thank you guys again for tuning in. I do want to say by the end of the year, I am expecting Polkadot, if we do get back to a bull market run, potentially making its way to about $60 to $80 at the very, very least. I'm thinking we have a potential possibility of making about $120 by the end of this bull market, depending on when that ends, as well as how many retail and institutional investors do get involved. Polkadot, definitely another one we're going to talk about, like I said, multiple days this week on the channel. So if you have not already, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn notifications on to stay up to date with all things regarding cryptocurrency. I'll see you guys all in the next one.